The Insta360 Go2 is still one of my favourite action cameras of all time. It's tiny, versatile, it's quick and easy to shoot with, and when it was released, there was nothing else like it. But since then, we've had other small action cameras like the Action 2 and the soon-to-come GoPro Hero Mini. Much as I still love my Go2, the limited resolution and frame rates are starting to fall behind the competition. And so, while I haven't heard any reliable rumours yet, I imagine and hope that they're working on a Go3. And if the design was up to me, here's what I would do. First, I'd make it matte black. It's less obvious and I think it looks more cool. I'd make it a little larger, a bit taller, maybe about 20% wider to house a larger battery. A larger sensor would be nice, but not an absolute must. I would make the lens larger with a wider aperture to let more light in for cleaner low light shots. I'd put an OLED display on the camera. The Go2's remote control has a tiny and really effective display, and the DJI remote has an even tinier one, so it would be great to see something like this on the camera body itself. No more relying on a smartphone to change the settings. I'd like a better microphone. The Go2's audio wasn't the best, and hearing how nice the audio is on the X3, I know Insta360 could put a better mic on the Go3. Then of course, the iconic teal LED is a must, and another thing that's a must is a replaceable lens protector, just like on the Go2. I'd put a new button on the top so there'd be a total of 2. Just like before, if you squeeze the Insta360 logo, that would start or stop recording, and the button on the top would let you change settings. You'd press it in for 3 seconds and part of the screen would flash, then clicking the Insta360 logo would move through the different settings, and you'd short press the button on top to cycle through the available parameters, like 30 FPS, 60 FPS and so on. Then press and hold the top button for 3 seconds to save and exit. The thickness would be something like the original, and on the back there'd be the same 2 hidden magnets for attaching to the lanyard, just like on the Go2. And of course, the charging terminals like before. So what about specs? Well, the Go2 could only do 1440p with a max frame rate of 50 FPS. The Go3 needs to do 4K 60. This is a must. I love slow motion, so I'd really like to see 4K 120. Even if it has a recording limit of 5 minutes per clip in that mode, I'd still be happy. Also, I'd love 2.7K 240 FPS. And the bitrate and overall video quality needs to be high. It needs to look as nice as the footage we're used to seeing from cameras like the GoPro. Stabilization and horizon leveling in 4K in camera, so there's no need to apply it in the desktop software. And then just the usual features like time-lapse, time shift, full manual control, waterproofing and so on. As for the case, I don't need it to be a remote control and have a display like before, because now we have a display on the camera. So the case can be just a simple charging case that's as small as possible, with a USB-C port for transferring files to the computer. Nothing too fancy. And that's really all I ask. I'd love to hear what you think. Do you think something like this is doable? Is it asking too much? Have I left anything out that you'd like to see them add? Let's chat in the comments. And if Insta360 are watching this and you like this design and you want to make it into a real camera, maybe we can collaborate on this. If you found this useful or interesting, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, as it really helps with my attempts to grow my channel out of near total obscurity. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.